All right. Next thing we got some Lord of the Rings of Power stuff. I don't really know what this is. What is it? A breakdown and exclusive footage. I'm here for the exclusive footage, bro. Care less about. Couldn't care less about anything else. I mean, that's cap, cause I care a lot about the whole show.
Hey everyone, I'm Tom Jorgensen. I'm here with Alex Stedman, who has just gotten out of the Lord of the Rings of Power panel here at Comic-Con. Alex, we learned a ton of new stuff about the show.
Yes.
What do we got?
Yeah, so the biggest thing is, in addition to the interviews with the showrunners and the cast, we got to see the trailer that you all saw, but we also got 5 clips that were exclusive just to the panel. So to quickly go through those real quick, the first one had Elrond and Prince Durin in what seems to be cause of Doom, and they were in some kind of what seems to be friendly competition to kind of split a rock. That was more of a lighthearted scene. And then we got to see the Harfoots, we got to see Nori and Poppy, and they seem to be approaching what is being called the Stranger, which is like this very mysterious.
Okay. So it seems like they're just gonna be talking about stuff and not showing things. I'm trying to see new stuff. I'm not trying to hear you break down the show, bro. It looks like they're just showing clips from the newest trailer. Oh, bro, what an L. I don't know if I should stop recording or just trim the video later. I'll just trim the video later. Right. See what this is about. Wolverine 2, Wolverine, Dune 2, The Boys, Spider-Man No Home, and Stanley Club.
And ranks among the best MCU films ever among fans and critics. Very soon, Sony could even reach the $2 billion mark. An extended version will be released in theaters, as has been known for a short time. It is called the More Fun Stuff version, and it's expected to contain some bonus scenes that were not shown in the previous theatrical version. Sony now communicated the official release date via the official Twitter channel of No Way Home. Thus, the US cinema release is scheduled for September 1st, 2022. A similar approach was taken with Avengers Endgame, where a longer version was also released in theaters a few months after the actual theatrical release. Are you going to watch the movie again as an extended cut, or are you reluctant to support Disney's practice?
If it comes
Do not
on,
hesitate to tell us in the comments
if it comes on Disney Plus, I'll definitely watch it. I don't know about seeing it in theaters again.
About the upcoming The Hunger Games.
Yeah, what about it? Let's go.
And Snakes. The movie adaptation is set up as a prequel and thus tells the backstory of the Hunger Games films with Jennifer Lawrence. We will see 21-year-old Golden Globes winner Rachel Zegler in the starring role. She plays District 12 tribute Lucy Gray Baird, and her mentor is none other than Coriolanus Snow, who is already well known as the dictatorial president from the previous movies. In the prequel, he is still an adolescent, but already determined to lead his tribute to victory in the 10th Hunger Games. As Deadline now reports, there will be a new cast member who is not unknown in the fantasy genre. The talk is of Peter Dinklage, who became famous for the role of Tyrion Lannister in Game of Thrones. Rumor has it that he will take on the role of Casca Highbottom, who is the Dean of the Academy. He therefore plays a key role in the prequel, since as the Dean, he wields an immense amount of power and is clearly superior to Coriolanus Snow in terms of hierarchy.
I want to watch Game of Thrones
again,
again, bro.
Dinklage is definitely capable of playing this role.
I've seen it twice.
After all, he has already proven in Game of Thrones that he knows exactly how to play cunning, powerful men. We are eagerly awaiting his appearance, though an official confirmation is still pending. Francis Lawrence, who is already known as the director of the previous films, will direct The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. The screenplay was written by Toy Story 3 author Michael Arndt, Hunger Games veteran Nina Jacobson, as well as Suzanne Collins, the author of the book series, who worked as producers. Nevertheless, there's still more than a year to go before the movie hits theaters, as it is scheduled for release on November 17th, 2023.
Okay.
Just recently, we reported that the pre-production of Dune Part 2 has been running since the beginning of the month. As the responsible parties announced last Monday via Twitter, the real shooting with the actors has now begun. Among the cast of the sequel are, of course, Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides, and Zendaya in her growing role as Chani, as well as Black Widow actress Florence Pugh as Princess Irulan. There are already first unofficial set photos of Pugh, which show her in a princess gown. In addition to the 3 young actors, the cast includes Christopher Walken as Emperor Shaddam IV, Stellan Skarsgård as Baron Harkonnen, Javier Bardem as Stilgar, and Rebecca Ferguson as Lady Jessica. A brand new addition to the cast, by the way, is Suhaila Yacoub, who joined just a few days ago and plays the Freeman leader Shishakli. The plot picks up directly where the previous movie left off. The focus is thus primarily on Paul and Chani, who must reunite against their opponents. Behind the camera of Dune 2, everything remains the same, since director Denis Villeneuve has put together exactly the same team as for the 6-time Oscar-winning predecessor. This means that at least on the technical side, nothing should go awry. We are very excited about Dune Part 2 and look forward to its theatrical release
I'm not gonna lie,
on
the
November
effects in Dune were
17th,
kind of
2023.
but it's still kind of
Wolverine is one of Hugh Jackman's most successful movies, and also one of the most popular Marvel characters of the last decade. Jackman made his last appearance as Wolverine in Logan in 2017, and since then, it has been uncertain what the future of the character will be. A new casting has been under discussion for a number of weeks now, and it will probably involve Rocketman actor Taron Egerton. In an interview with the New York Times, Egerton confirmed that he is currently in negotiations with Marvel and Kevin Feige, and that he himself is hoping for the opportunity to play Wolverine. He also had some words to share about Hugh Jackman. He was concerned he might not be able to keep up with Jackman, who gave the character of Wolverine a great amount of recognition. The agreement between Egerton and Marvel is therefore not a done deal, as he himself emphasized in a recent conversation with Andy Cohen. There, Egerton attempted to somewhat qualify his
Yuck, that CGI is so bad. You can literally see it moving around on his hand.
Recent conversation with Andy Cohen. There,
look at
Egerton
this.
attempted to somewhat qualify his statements from the past, as nothing has been decided
man,
yet.
CGI came
However,
a long way.
If Egerton were to be cast as the new Wolverine, he would certainly not think twice about accepting the offer. What are your thoughts on the casting? Would it work for the
I don't
Kingsman
care.
actor to take
I
over
just
the
want
role
to see
of
another
Wolverine,
more
or
Wolverine
would you
stuff,
prefer
bro.
somebody else to
And
play the
someone
part?
in an
Let us
actual
know in the
suit, bro.
comments.
They hold my man
The
Hugh
plan
Jackman,
for
but
the
I
Boys
never
spin-off
put him in
has
a
been the talk of the town for a few
in a
weeks
suit.
now. After the launch of the long-awaited third season, it is all the more fitting that the official title of the upcoming series has now been revealed. The spin-off will be called Gen V, whereas previously, everything pointed to the title Varsity. Generation V refers to the drug Compound V, which lends the superheroes their powers. As you can tell from the synopsis, Gen V is taking place at Vought International's Superhero College, which is the only one of its kind in the US. Moreover, the series is said to be R-rated and will test the physical, sexual, and moral limits of the college supes. Together, they are to compete for the best deals in the top cities. The R rating in particular is great news, as it also puts the spin-off on par with the main series, which likewise received the infamous R rating. On the other hand, it would also be rather reckless if they were to dial it down a notch
Still haven't
in terms
really
of
finished
violence
The
and humor.
Boys, bro, not
After
gonna lie.
all, that's exactly what makes The Boys stand out. A further clue from those responsible also gives a direct idea of the direction in which Gen V is heading, for the atmosphere is supposed to be like a hybrid of the Hunger Games and a college series. In the course of the series, we can also hope for a meeting of the college supes with the superheroes from the main series. The crossover was recently confirmed by producer Eric Kripke in an interview with Deadline.
I'm not
So-
gonna lie, but seeing this race it just shows how stupid humans are. Like, this race wasn't gonna be longer than a second. It wasn't gonna be longer than a second. And people spent money, they spent time to go there just to say, I was there. I seen it actually happen. You gained nothing. You would have been better watching it on TV so you can play it back at least. You went there, then people are going to say it's for the experience. But when you think about it, that's what I mean by how this proves how dumb humans are. Like, the fact that we are willing to do something so dumb just for the experience, like, think about it, bro. Think about it, bro. And I'm not excluding myself from that. You know, I'm not excluding myself from that. One could argue that going to the movies is one of those, you know, because you only see it once and you gotta wait for it to release, or you can wait for it to release and then watch as many times as you want. But you go for the movie just for the movie theater experience, you know. So I'm not excluding myself from that, but I'm just saying it's kind of like it just shows how we are as humans, how like we're willing to just be in places for one time just for the experience, bro. And I guess that's what you call life. So never mind. I guess it's really not dumb, bro. I guess it's just life. Life is just full of experiences. It's just one of those experiences. Just say I was there. You know, I did it. I experienced that, bro. Cause a lot of people, as you can see, there's empty spots, bro. A lot of people didn't get to see it. you know. But my point about the race is that the race is just was just over in the blink. Like you blink and you literally miss the race. Like that's the kind of, you know. So I guess for this, saying that the experience is kind of you feel me, like it's not really something to be experienced. I feel like this is a time where watching on TV would have been better. But yeah.
So far, the young actors Patrick Schwarzenegger, Marco Pagozzi, Liz Broadway, and London Thor have joined the cast. To name a few,
Schwarzenegger got a
we are
son?
definitely interested in the new series and look forward to more information about Gen V. The competition in the streaming business is extremely tough, and so the respective providers must always try to surpass others. While Amazon has had a respectable streaming catalog for a long time,
They're
the
finna get a
visual
big one when Lord of the
presentation
Rings
has
drop.
clearly been lacking. No matter if via tablet, computer, or gaming console, the overview is always Amazon's biggest drawback compared to Disney Plus or Netflix. After many years, the people in charge seem to have finally realized this. As has now been announced, the interface will be completely revamped. The horizontal
a
menu
new
at the top
UI.
of the screen will now move to the left side, just as we are used to from
I'm
other
not gonna lie, I hate it. I've always hated the way Amazon Prime looked, and that's one of my biggest turnoffs, bro. Like you would think something as simple as a UI would not deteriorate you from watching the movies or TV shows on Amazon Prime, and that's probably why I haven't finished watching The Boys. I don't know why, but whenever I click on Amazon Prime, it doesn't feel like I'm on a streaming service. It feels like I'm on a freaking Amazon, bro. Like I'm supposed to be shopping for stuff. Like that's me. Yeah, talking about the way Amazon Prime looks, bro. It looks so disgusting, and it's a turn off. It doesn't make me feel. But anyway, they're revamping it. See, that doesn't change what the show presents, though. That's what I'm not saying though. But it's like when you go on Netflix, when you click Netflix and you hear the doom, and then you're going through movies, it gets you in the mood to watch a movie because it just has that movie selection feel. When you go on Disney Plus, it has that movie selection feel. But Amazon Prime it just felt like a website with movies on it, bro. Like it didn't feel like it I don't know. It's weird. I'm weird like
the
that.
providers. In addition, the thumbnails
I like
will be given more
UIs, bro.
space. There will be more preview images, and a blue check mark will make it easier to see which content is available for free and which ones are subject to a fee. There are many more features that will be released gradually on smart TVs, Android, and Fire TVs in the coming weeks. All other devices will receive the update at a later date, unfortunately. It remains to be seen how good the update really is at the end of the day, and whether they manage to redesign the confusing layout
So far, it looks
satisfactorily.
good. It's definitely
We have known about
pleasing to the
Disney's
eyes.
upcoming Lilo and Stitch film remake since 2018. However, not a lot has happened in the past 4 years. This might now gradually change because, as Coming Soon reports, a director has meanwhile been found. The talk is of newcomer Dean Fleischer Camp, who received some critical acclaim with the bizarre film Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. He thus takes over from Crazy Rich Asians director John M. Chu, who was originally in talks to direct the movie. The scriptwriter is not officially known yet, but Disney is set to be in final talks with Chris K.T. Bright, who is part of the extended crew of 2016's Moana. Apart from that, however, he is still quite a dark horse in Hollywood. The original movie of the same name, Lilo and Stitch, dates back to 2002 and was a huge hit for Disney at the time. The story revolves around a lonely Hawaiian girl named Lilo, who happens to encounter the aggressive little creature Stitch one day. Stitch escaped from a cruel experiment on the planet Turo and soon wins Lilo's heart. At the same time, however, she is unaware of Stitch's destructive powers. Disney has not yet given a release date for the remake, but we will keep you up to date.
Aw.
That was our news for this week. Feel free to watch our
What
new
is
original
that?
on Transformers: Rise of the Beasts
Oh, Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
on our channel, where we give you an exciting overview of the next installment of one of your favorite franchises.
Transformers is gonna step every time, bro. Every single time they're gonna make they CGI look bussin'.